In our journey through life, guided by principles of wisdom and virtue, there are certain behaviors that wise men should avoid, especially in their interactions with women. These guidelines not only preserve our integrity but also foster genuine, respectful connections. Let us explore these tenets with the wisdom of Stoic philosophy as our compass. Number 1. Do not manipulate. Manipulation is a deceptive tool that twists reality for selfish gain. It undermines trust and honesty, which are the foundations of any genuine relationship. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, wisely warned, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This quote emphasizes that our thoughts and intentions shape our character. When we manipulate others, we stain our souls with deceit. Manipulation often involves controlling or influencing someone to achieve a personal agenda without considering the well-being of the other person. This behavior erodes trust, creating a false sense of reality. Over time, the manipulated person may feel betrayed and hurt when the truth surfaces. Trust, once broken, is challenging to rebuild. Honesty and transparency are the cornerstones of strong relationships. When we interact with others, especially those we care about, our intentions should be clear and genuine. By avoiding manipulation, we foster an environment of mutual respect and trust. This openness allows relationships to grow and flourish based on real connections, not illusions. Marcus Aurelius's teachings remind us to guard our thoughts and actions against deceit. When we focus on genuine intentions, we align our behavior with our values. This alignment leads to a harmonious and fulfilling life. Manipulation, on the other hand, causes internal conflict. We know deep down that we are acting against our principles, which can lead to guilt and dissatisfaction. To avoid manipulation, we must first become aware of our motives. Self-reflection is crucial. Ask yourself why you are acting in a certain way. Are your actions meant to benefit both parties, or are they primarily for your gain? By being honest with ourselves, we can correct our course and act with integrity. Another way to prevent manipulation is to practice empathy. Understanding and respecting the feelings and perspectives of others discourage us from exploiting them. Empathy allows us to connect on a deeper level, fostering genuine relationships. When we prioritize the well-being of others, we naturally move away from manipulative behaviors. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of self-awareness and self-control. He taught that true power lies in controlling our desires and actions. By mastering ourselves, we can resist the urge to manipulate others. Instead, we can build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Moreover, manipulation often stems from insecurity or fear. We may feel that we need to control others to achieve our goals or protect ourselves. However, this approach is short-sighted. True strength and confidence come from acting with integrity and facing challenges honestly. By addressing our insecurities and building self-confidence, we reduce the need to manipulate. In professional settings, manipulation can also have severe consequences. It can create a toxic work environment, leading to mistrust and resentment among colleagues. A team that operates on deceitful practices is likely to face conflicts and inefficiencies. In contrast, a team built on trust and open communication is more cohesive and productive. In personal relationships, manipulation can cause emotional harm. It can lead to feelings of betrayal and hurt, damaging the bond between individuals. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and honesty. When we act with integrity, we strengthen our connections with others, creating a supportive and loving environment. Number 2, do not dismiss feelings. Emotions are an integral part of the human experience. They color our perceptions, drive our actions, and shape our relationships. To dismiss or belittle someone's feelings is to ignore a vital aspect of their humanity. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, wisely advised, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This quote emphasizes that much of our suffering stems from how we perceive and interpret our emotions. By acknowledging and respecting the feelings of others, we can mitigate unnecessary suffering and conflict. When we dismiss the emotions of others, we undermine their experiences and create barriers to understanding and connection. Everyone's feelings are valid, even if we do not fully understand or agree with them. By showing empathy and compassion, we affirm the significance of their experiences. This validation fosters trust and deepens our relationships. Seneca's teachings remind us that much of our distress is self-inflicted. We amplify our suffering through our thoughts and perceptions. By recognizing this, we can approach others' emotions with greater sensitivity and care. Instead of dismissing their feelings, we can offer support and understanding. This approach not only helps others feel heard and respected, but also promotes emotional healing. Empathy plays a crucial role in understanding and respecting others' feelings. Empathy involves putting ourselves in another person's shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. This practice helps us connect on a deeper level and respond with compassion. When we empathize with others, we create a safe space for them to express their emotions without fear of judgment or dismissal. Epictetus, another influential Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. He taught that true strength lies in understanding and managing our emotions. By cultivating emotional intelligence, we can better navigate our interactions with others. This skill enables us to respond thoughtfully and compassionately, rather than reacting impulsively. In personal relationships, dismissing feelings can cause significant harm. It can lead to feelings of alienation and resentment, damaging the bond between individuals. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding. When we acknowledge and validate each other's emotions, we strengthen our connections and create a supportive and loving environment. In professional settings, respecting emotions is equally important. A workplace that values emotional intelligence and empathy fosters a positive and productive atmosphere. Employees who feel understood and supported are more likely to be engaged and motivated. Conversely, dismissing emotions can lead to a toxic work environment, resulting in low morale and high turnover. To avoid dismissing others' feelings, we must first develop self-awareness. This involves recognizing our own emotional responses and understanding how they influence our behavior. By being mindful of our emotions, we can approach others with greater sensitivity and care. Practicing active listening is another effective strategy. When we listen attentively, we show that we value and respect the other person's feelings. Additionally, practicing mindfulness can help us stay present and attuned to the emotions of others. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment without judgment. This practice enhances our ability to connect with others and respond with empathy. By being mindful, we can create a space for open and honest communication, fostering deeper understanding and connection. Number 3, do not be overly critical. Criticism, when it lacks constructive intent, can wound the spirit and undermine confidence. While feedback is essential for growth, it must be delivered with care and a genuine desire to help the other person improve. The Stoic philosopher Seneca emphasized fostering growth through encouragement rather than tearing down through harshness. He understood that our words have the power to build or destroy, and he advocated for a more compassionate approach. When we are overly critical, we risk damaging our relationships and eroding trust. Constant negativity can create an environment of fear and resentment, where people are afraid to take risks or express themselves. Instead of fostering growth, such an environment stifles creativity and innovation. It's important to remember that everyone makes mistakes and has areas for improvement. By focusing solely on the negatives, we overlook the potential for growth and the efforts being made. Seneca believed in the power of positive reinforcement. He knew that encouragement can inspire individuals to strive for excellence and reach their full potential. Constructive criticism should be aimed at helping others grow, not at making them feel inferior or incapable. When offering feedback, it's crucial to be specific and focus on the behavior or action, rather than attacking the person's character. Epictetus, another prominent Stoic philosopher, taught that we should first look at ourselves before criticizing others. He believed that self-awareness and self-improvement are the foundations of a virtuous life. By examining our own flaws and working to better ourselves, we can approach others with greater empathy and understanding. This self-reflection allows us to offer feedback from a place of humility and a genuine desire to help, rather than from a place of superiority. In personal relationships, being overly critical can cause significant harm. It can lead to feelings of inadequacy and resentment, driving a wedge between individuals. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and support. By offering constructive feedback and focusing on positive aspects, we can strengthen our connections and create a nurturing environment. In professional settings, a culture of excessive criticism can lead to low morale and high turnover. Employees who feel constantly criticized are less likely to be engaged and motivated. On the other hand, a supportive work environment that values constructive feedback fosters growth and innovation. Leaders who prioritize positive reinforcement and offer constructive criticism can inspire their teams to achieve great things. To avoid being overly critical, we must cultivate empathy and understanding. This involves recognizing the efforts and strengths of others, as well as being aware of our own biases and limitations. Practicing active listening is another key strategy. By truly listening to others, we can understand their perspectives and offer feedback that is both supportive and helpful. Additionally, it's important to balance criticism with praise. Acknowledging the positive aspects of someone's efforts can boost their confidence and motivate them to continue improving. Constructive criticism should be framed in a way that encourages growth and development, rather than instilling fear or doubt. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that our words have power and we should use them to uplift and inspire. Criticism should be a tool for growth, not a weapon for destruction. By fostering an environment of mutual respect and support, we can help others reach their full potential and create a more positive and productive community. Number 4, do not be dishonest. Integrity is the cornerstone of a virtuous life, and honesty is the foundation upon which it stands. Dishonesty not only erodes trust but also compromises our character. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus emphasized the importance of aligning our actions with our values, stating, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This principle underscores the necessity of truthfulness in our words and actions. When we engage in dishonesty, we create a web of deceit that can ensnare us in a cycle of lies and mistrust. It damages relationships and undermines our credibility. Trust once broken is challenging to rebuild. Therefore, it is crucial to practice honesty consistently, even when it is difficult or inconvenient. By doing so, we maintain our integrity and foster trust in our relationships. Epictetus taught that self-awareness and self-improvement are essential for living a virtuous life. Being honest with ourselves about our strengths and weaknesses is the first step towards personal growth. When we acknowledge our flaws and strive to improve, we cultivate a sense of authenticity and integrity. This self-honesty enables us to be truthful with others, creating a foundation of trust and respect. Dishonesty often stems from fear or insecurity. We might lie to avoid confrontation, protect our image, or gain an advantage. However, these short-term gains are outweighed by the long-term consequences of deceit. Living a life of honesty requires courage and self-discipline. It means facing the truth, even when it is uncomfortable, and accepting the consequences of our actions. In personal relationships, honesty is essential for building trust and intimacy. When we are truthful with our loved ones, we create an environment of openness and mutual respect. Dishonesty, on the other hand, breeds suspicion and resentment. By being honest, we show that we value our relationships and are committed to maintaining their integrity. In professional settings, honesty is equally important. Ethical behavior fosters a culture of trust and accountability. When leaders demonstrate honesty and integrity, they inspire their teams to do the same. This creates a positive and productive work environment where individuals feel valued and respected. Conversely, dishonesty can lead to a toxic workplace culture characterized by mistrust and low morale. To cultivate honesty, we must practice self-reflection and mindfulness. This involves examining our motives and being aware of the potential consequences of our actions. It also requires a commitment to ethical behavior, even when it is challenging. By holding ourselves accountable to high standards of honesty, we set a positive example for others to follow. Additionally, we should seek to surround ourselves with individuals who value truth and integrity. By fostering relationships with honest and trustworthy people, we reinforce our own commitment to these principles. Avoiding those who perpetuate falsehoods helps us maintain our moral compass and stay true to our values. Epictetus's teachings remind us that honesty is not just about telling the truth, but also about living it. It involves aligning our actions with our values and being true to ourselves and others. By embracing honesty, we cultivate a life of integrity and virtue. Number 5, do not harbor envy. Envy is a corrosive emotion that can eat away at our inner peace and contentment. It fosters resentment and bitterness, distorting our perception of ourselves and others. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, advised, "Reject your sense of injury and the injury itself disappears." This wisdom speaks to the heart of overcoming envy, letting go of the feeling of being wronged or less fortunate. Harboring envy creates a sense of dissatisfaction and fuels a negative cycle of comparison and self-pity. When we compare ourselves to others, we often focus on what we lack rather than what we have. This mindset can lead to a perpetual state of unhappiness and discontent. To break free from the grip of envy, we must shift our focus to gratitude and self-acceptance. Celebrating our own achievements and acknowledging our unique strengths can help us appreciate the richness of our own lives. Stoic philosophy teaches us to find contentment within ourselves and to value our own journey. By embracing the principles of self-control and fortitude, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace that is not easily shaken by external circumstances. When we stop measuring our worth against others, we free ourselves from the chains of envy and cultivate a more fulfilling and authentic life. Marcus Aurelius's guidance to reject your sense of injury encourages us to reframe our perspective. Instead of viewing others' successes as a reflection of our own shortcomings, we can choose to see them as opportunities for inspiration and learning. This shift in perspective allows us to celebrate the achievements of others genuinely and without resentment. It fosters a sense of camaraderie and mutual support, enriching our relationships and building a stronger sense of community. Practicing gratitude is a powerful antidote to envy. By focusing on the positive aspects of our lives and acknowledging the blessings we have, we can cultivate a deeper sense of appreciation and contentment. Gratitude helps us recognize that our worth is not diminished by the successes of others. Instead, it reinforces the understanding that everyone has their own unique path and timeline. It is also essential to surround ourselves with individuals who embody positivity and support. Associating with people who celebrate each other's successes and lift each other up can help reinforce these values in our own lives. Avoiding those who harbor envy and negativity protects our mental and emotional well-being, allowing us to maintain a healthier and more balanced outlook. Self-reflection is another crucial practice in overcoming envy. Taking the time to understand the root causes of our envious feelings can help us address them constructively. Often, envy stems from feelings of inadequacy or insecurity. By working on building our self-esteem and recognizing our own worth, we can reduce the impact of envy on our lives. Additionally, cultivating empathy can transform our perspective on others' successes. Understanding the effort and challenges behind someone else's achievements can help us appreciate their journey and feel genuinely happy for them. Empathy fosters a sense of connection and shared humanity, which can counteract feelings of envy and isolation. Number 6, do not be arrogant. Arrogance is a blinding force that prevents individuals from seeing their own faults and inhibits personal growth. It fosters a sense of superiority that isolates us from others and closes our minds to new ideas and perspectives. Epictetus, a revered Stoic philosopher, wisely remarked, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." This profound statement underscores the necessity of humility and the willingness to learn in our pursuit of wisdom and self-improvement. Arrogance creates a barrier between us and the world, making it difficult to accept constructive criticism and to recognize our areas for growth. When we believe we know everything, we become resistant to new information and experiences that could enhance our understanding and capabilities. This closed-mindedness stifles progress and keeps us trapped in a cycle of ignorance and complacency. Embracing humility, on the other hand, opens the door to continuous learning and development. Stoic philosophy teaches us to approach life with a sense of curiosity and openness. By acknowledging that we do not have all the answers, we create space for growth and improvement. Humility allows us to learn from others, to appreciate different viewpoints, and to adapt to new circumstances with grace and resilience. It is through this mindset that we can truly progress and become better versions of ourselves. Arrogance often stems from a deep-seated insecurity and fear of inadequacy. It is a defense mechanism that masks our vulnerabilities and weaknesses. However, by confronting and accepting these insecurities, we can cultivate genuine confidence that is not reliant on a false sense of superiority. This shift in perspective enables us to engage with others authentically and to build meaningful relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Marcus Aurelius, another prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of humility and self-awareness in his meditations. He urged us to recognize our limitations and to strive for self-improvement with a humble heart. This attitude not only fosters personal growth but also enhances our interactions with others, creating a more harmonious and supportive environment. Humility also involves recognizing and appreciating the contributions of others. It is about understanding that we are part of a larger community and that our successes are often the result of collective effort and collaboration. By valuing the input and achievements of those around us, we build stronger, more positive relationships and foster a sense of camaraderie and teamwork. In addition, practicing humility helps us navigate challenges and setbacks with resilience. Instead of being crushed by failure or criticism, we can view these experiences as valuable learning opportunities. This mindset encourages perseverance and adaptability, essential qualities for overcoming obstacles and achieving long-term success. To cultivate humility, it is important to engage in regular self-reflection. Taking the time to examine our thoughts, actions, and motivations allows us to identify areas where arrogance may be creeping in and to make conscious efforts to address it. Seeking feedback from trusted individuals can also provide valuable insights and help us stay grounded. Furthermore, surrounding ourselves with individuals who embody humility and a growth mindset can reinforce these values in our own lives. Learning from their example and engaging in meaningful conversations can inspire us to adopt a more humble and open approach to life. Number 7. Do not be intolerant. Intolerance is a destructive force that breeds conflict and stifles growth. It creates divisions, fosters misunderstanding, and prevents us from appreciating the rich diversity of human experience. Seneca, a wise Stoic philosopher, urged us to practice empathy and understanding, recognizing that every individual has a unique perspective shaped by their experiences and circumstances. Intolerance stems from a fear of the unknown and a refusal to acknowledge that there is more than one valid way to view the world. This mindset leads to unnecessary conflicts and prevents us from learning from others. When we shut out differing opinions and experiences, we limit our own growth and understanding. Embracing diversity of thought and experience, on the other hand, enriches our lives and broadens our horizons. Seneca's teachings remind us that true wisdom lies in the ability to listen and understand before seeking to be understood. This approach requires humility and a willingness to step outside our comfort zones. It is through empathy that we can bridge the gaps between different viewpoints and foster a more harmonious and inclusive environment. In the practice of Stoicism, empathy and understanding are key virtues. They allow us to connect with others on a deeper level and to appreciate the complexity of human nature. By putting ourselves in others' shoes, we can see the world through their eyes and gain insights that we might otherwise miss. This empathetic approach not only enriches our own lives, but also helps us build stronger, more meaningful relationships. To cultivate tolerance, it is essential to approach every interaction with an open mind and a genuine curiosity about others. This means being willing to listen without judgment and to consider perspectives that differ from our own. It involves recognizing that our own beliefs and experiences are not the only valid ones and that there is always something to learn from others. One way to practice tolerance is to engage in conversations with people from diverse backgrounds. By exposing ourselves to different cultures, beliefs, and experiences, we can challenge our own assumptions and broaden our understanding of the world. This exposure helps to break down the barriers of intolerance and fosters a more inclusive and empathetic mindset. Furthermore, self-reflection plays a crucial role in overcoming intolerance. By examining our own biases and prejudices, we can become more aware of the ways in which we may be unintentionally contributing to division and conflict. This awareness allows us to take conscious steps towards becoming more tolerant and understanding individuals. In addition to personal growth, tolerance also has a profound impact on the broader community. When we embrace diversity and practice empathy, we create an environment where everyone feels valued and respected. This inclusivity fosters collaboration and innovation as people from different backgrounds bring unique perspectives and ideas to the table. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of accepting others as they are and recognizing the common humanity that unites us all. He wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This statement highlights the Stoic principle of responding to negativity with virtue and compassion rather than with more negativity. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, the need for tolerance and understanding is more critical than ever. By embracing the Stoic principles of empathy and open-mindedness, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with grace and wisdom. Let us strive to understand before seeking to be understood, to listen before speaking, and to embrace the rich tapestry of human experience. Number 8. Do not engage in gossip. Gossip is a corrosive force that erodes trust and fosters discord among individuals. When we engage in idle talk about others, we contribute to a culture of negativity and suspicion. Seneca, a revered Stoic philosopher, warned against engaging in such harmful behavior, emphasizing the importance of meaningful and constructive conversations. Gossip often arises from a place of insecurity and envy. It can seem harmless at first, but it slowly undermines the foundation of trust within relationships and communities. When we spread rumors or speak ill of others behind their backs, we damage reputations and create an environment of distrust and conflict. This behavior is not only unethical but also detrimental to our own character and peace of mind. Seneca's teachings remind us to focus on what is within our control, and this includes our words and actions. He advised that if we cannot speak well of others, it is better to remain silent. By refraining from gossip, we not only preserve our integrity but also contribute to a more positive and supportive environment. Instead of spreading harmful words, we should strive to uplift and encourage those around us. Meaningful conversations are the cornerstone of healthy relationships and communities. They allow us to connect with others on a deeper level, sharing ideas, experiences, and perspectives that enrich our lives. When we engage in constructive dialogue, we build trust and mutual respect, fostering an atmosphere where everyone feels valued and heard. To avoid gossip, we must be mindful of our words and intentions. This requires self-discipline and a commitment to personal growth. When we hear gossip, we should resist the urge to participate and instead steer the conversation towards more positive and productive topics. By setting this example, we can influence others to do the same. Furthermore, it is important to cultivate an attitude of empathy and understanding. When we empathize with others, we are less likely to judge or speak ill of them. Instead, we can appreciate their struggles and triumphs, recognizing that everyone is on their own unique journey. This perspective fosters compassion and reduces the temptation to gossip. In the practice of Stoicism, we are encouraged to focus on our own behavior and character rather than the shortcomings of others. Marcus Aurelius, another esteemed Stoic philosopher, wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This principle reminds us that the highest form of virtue is to rise above negative behaviors and embody the values we hold dear. By valuing meaningful and constructive conversations over harmful gossip, we not only improve our own character but also contribute to the well-being of those around us. This approach aligns with the Stoic commitment to self-improvement and virtuous living. It requires us to be vigilant in our interactions, always striving to speak and act with integrity. Number 9, do not be unreliable. Reliability is a cornerstone of trust and a fundamental aspect of any healthy relationship or community. When people fail to keep their commitments, they disrupt the sense of stability that is crucial for building and maintaining trust. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, highlighted the importance of simplicity and consistency in life, stating, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This principle can be extended to our relationships, where reliability is a valuable asset that fosters trust and dependability. Unreliability manifests in various forms, from missed appointments and broken promises to neglecting responsibilities and failing to follow through on tasks. Each instance erodes trust and undermines the foundation of any relationship, whether personal or professional. When we cannot rely on others, we are left feeling uncertain and unsupported, which can lead to frustration and resentment. To build and maintain trust, it is essential to be dependable and consistent in our actions. This means honoring our commitments, no matter how small they may seem. When we say we will do something, we must follow through, demonstrating that our words hold weight and our promises are not made lightly. By being reliable, we not only build trust but also show respect for others' time and expectations. Epictetus's teachings remind us to focus on what is within our control. We cannot control others' actions, but we can control our own. By being someone who can be depended upon, we set a standard for those around us and encourage a culture of reliability and trustworthiness. This in turn fosters a more stable and supportive environment where everyone can thrive. Avoiding unreliable individuals is also crucial for our own well-being. Surrounding ourselves with people who fail to keep their commitments can lead to unnecessary stress and disappointment. It is important to recognize these patterns of behavior and distance ourselves from those who consistently disrupt our sense of stability. Instead, we should seek out and nurture relationships with individuals who value reliability and integrity. Being reliable also means managing our commitments wisely. It is better to say no than to overpromise and underdeliver. By being honest about our capabilities and limits, we can ensure that we do not take on more than we can handle, which in turn helps us to maintain our reliability. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of simplicity, focusing on what is essential and manageable. Furthermore, reliability is a reflection of our character and integrity. When we are reliable, we demonstrate that we are trustworthy and responsible. This builds a positive reputation and strengthens our relationships, both personally and professionally. That people are more likely to respect and support us when they know they can count on us. Number 10, do not be cowardly. Cowardice, the reluctance to face challenges or stand up for what is right, undermines personal growth and ethical integrity. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, emphasized the centrality of courage in virtuous living, asserting courage is the foundation of all virtue. This Stoic principle underscores the importance of confronting difficulties and ethical responsibilities with bravery and resolve. Cowardice manifests in various forms, such as avoiding difficult conversations, shirking moral obligations, or retreating from challenges that demand courage and conviction. Each instance of cowardice diminishes our capacity to grow and uphold moral principles, compromising our self-respect and integrity. To cultivate courage is to embrace discomfort and uncertainty, recognizing that true growth often emerges from confronting challenges rather than avoiding them. Epictetus's teachings encourage us to focus on what lies within our control: our thoughts, actions, and responses. By facing challenges with courage, we demonstrate resilience and fortitude, essential qualities for navigating life's uncertainties. Avoiding cowardly individuals is essential for personal and collective well-being. Surrounding ourselves with those who exhibit courage fosters a supportive environment where ethical standards are upheld, challenges are met head-on, and growth is encouraged. Conversely, associating with cowardly individuals may undermine our own courage and moral clarity. Facing difficulties with courage also means standing up for principles and values, even in the face of opposition or adversity. It requires us to act with integrity and steadfastness, guided by a commitment to what is right rather than what is easy or convenient. This aligns with Stoic ideals of living virtuously and in accordance with reason and moral duty. Furthermore, courage is not just about physical bravery but also moral courage, the willingness to speak out against injustice, defend the vulnerable, and uphold ethical standards. It involves taking calculated risks and accepting the possibility of failure or criticism for the sake of greater principles and values. In conclusion, in following these principles, we align ourselves with the wisdom of the Stoics, striving for self-control and fortitude. Overcoming destructive emotions and behaviors is central to this journey. As we navigate our interactions with women and others, let us remember the teachings of Stoic philosophers and embrace a life of virtue and respect. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus have illuminated the path for us. It is now up to us to walk it with purpose and resilience. Together, let us strive for a life of self-mastery and inner fortitude, inspiring those around us to follow the same path. Through wisdom and virtue, we can build meaningful, lasting connections and lead lives of true fulfillment.